Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see the MCQ related with fundamental rights in the Constitution of India. The first question, the Indian Constitution guarantees how many categories of fundamental rights? Option A 5, option B 6, option C 7, option D 8. The correct answer option B 6. Next question, which right was remarked by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Option A, right to equality. Option B, right to freedom. Option C, right to education. Option D, right to constitutional remedies. The correct answer is option D, right to constitutional remedies. Next question, in which part of the Indian Constitution the fundamental rights are provided? Option A, Part 2. Option B, Part 3. Option C, Part 5. Option D, Part 4. The correct answer is option B, Part 3. Next question, which of the following articles guarantees equality before law and equal protection of law for all individuals residing with the territory of India? Option A 15, option B 14, option C 17, option D 18. The correct answer option B 14. Next question, which article of Constitution abolishes untouchability? Option A Article 18, option B Article 15, option C Article 14, option D Article 17. The correct answer option D Article 17. Next question, which of the following is correct with respect to right against exploitation? Option A, prohibition of traffic in human being and forced labor. Option B, freedom as the payment of tax for the promotion of any particular religion. Option C, protection of interest of minorities. Option D, equality before law. The correct answer is option A, prohibition of traffic in human being and forced labor. Next question, which one of the following right of Indian Constitution guarantees all the fundamental rights to every resident of country? Option A, right against exploitation. Option B, rights to freedom. Option C, right to equality. Option D, right to constitutional remedies. The correct answer is option D, right to constitutional remedies. Next question, which one of the following is true with respect to the fundamental rights of Indian Constitution? Option A, the sovereignty of the people. Option B, equality of opportunity for all residents. Option C, limited government. Option D, democracy. The correct answer is option B, equality of opportunity for all the residents. Next question, which of the following article contain the right to religious freedom? Option A 25 to 28, option B 29 to 30, option C 32 to 35, option D 23 to 24. The correct answer option A 25 to 28. Next question, which of the following can a court issue for enforcement of the fundamental rights? Option A decree, option B a writ, option C an ordinance, option D a notification. The correct answer is option B a writ. Next question, prohibition of discrimination of ground of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth is the fundamental right classifiable under option A right to freedom of religion, option B right to equality, option C right against exploitation, option D none of this. The correct answer is option B, right to equality. Next question, the Constitution guarantees that all citizens will be equal before law. It is provided in option A, Article 11 of Indian Constitution, option B, Article 12 of Indian Constitution, option C, Article 13 of Indian Constitution, option D, Article 14 of Indian Constitution. The correct answer is option D, Article 14 of Indian Constitution. Next question, civil equality means option A equality before law, option B equality of opportunity, option C equal distribution of wealth, option D equal right to participate in the affairs of the state. The correct answer is option A equality before law. Next question, which of the following is the bulwark of the personal freedom? Option A mandamus, Option B. Habeas corpus. Option C. Quo warranto. Option D. Certiorari. So the correct answer is option B. Habeas corpus. Next question, part 3 of the Constitution of India related to option A. Fundamental rights, option B. Directive principle of state policy, option C. Fundamental duties, option D. Citizenship. The correct answer is option A. Fundamental rights. Next question, which of the following is given the power to implement the fundamental right by the Constitution? Option A. All courts in India, option B. The Parliament, option C. The President, option D. The Supreme Court and High Courts. The correct answer is option D. The Supreme Court and High Courts. Next question, which provision of the fundamental right is directly related to the exploitation of the children? Option A. Article 17, option B. Article 19, option C. Article 23, option D. Article 24. The correct answer option D. Article 24. Next question, right to education to all children between the age of 6 to 14 years is option A. included in the directive principle of state policy, option B. a fundamental right, option C. a statutory right, option D. none of the above. The correct answer is option B. a fundamental right. Next question, the word Hindus in Articles 25 of the Constitution of India does not include option A. Buddhist, option B. Jains, option C. Sikhs, option D. Parsis. So the correct answer is option D. Parsis. Next question, the 44th Amendment in the Constitution of India removed the following right from the category of fundamental right. Option A. Freedom of speech, option B. Constitutional remedies, option C. Property, option D. Freedom of religion. The correct answer is option C. Property. Next question, in the Indian Constitution of right to equality is guaranteed by 5 articles. They are Article 13 to Article 17, option B. Article 14 to 18, option C. Article 15 to 19, option D. Article 16 to 20. The correct answer is option B. Article 14 to 18. Next question, which article of Constitution of India says no child below the age of 14 years shall be employed to work in the factory or mine or engaged in any other hazardous employment? Option A. Article 24, option B. Article 45, option C. Article 330, option D. Article 368. The correct answer is option A. Article 24. Next question, the Constitution grants cultural and educational rights with a view to option A. evolve a common national culture, option B. eradicate illiteracy from the country, option C. to help the minorities conserve their culture, option D. none of the above. The correct answer is option C. to help the minorities conserve their culture. So next question, the Preventive Detention Act curtailed the option A. right to freedom, option B. right to equality, option C. right to constitutional remedies, option D. right to freedom of religion. The correct answer is option A. right to freedom. Next question, which one of the following fundamental rights subject of maximum litigation and controversy? Option A. right to property, option B. right to equality, option C. right to freedom of religion, option D. right to freedom. The correct answer is option A. right to property. Next question, the 6 freedom of Indian citizens have been enshrined in option A. Article 14 to 18, option B. Article 14 to 35, option C. Article 19, option D. Articles 21 to 26. The correct answer is option C. Article 19. Next question, the Constitution grants cultural and educational rights with a view to option A. evolve a common national culture, option B. eradicate illiteracy from the country, option C. to help the minorities conserve their culture, option D. none of the above. The correct answer is option C. to help the minorities conserve their culture. Next question, which one of the following rights is issued by a high court asking the lower court to send the record of a particular case to it on the ground that it is not competent to decide the case? Option A. habeas corpus, option B. quo warranto, option C. certiorari, option D. mandamus. So the correct answer is option C, certiorari. Next question, to which of the following rights the foreigners are entitled under the Indian Constitution? Option A, right against exploitation. Option B, right to equality before law. Option C, right to live. Option C, right to life and personal liberty. Option D, all the above. So the correct answer is option D, all the above. So next question, the fundamental rights under the Indian Constitution can be suspended during option A, general election, option B, national emergency, option C, all the type of emergencies, option D, in all the above cases. The correct answer is option B, national emergency. Next question, the order for the suspension of fundamental rights is issued by option A, by the Parliament, option B, by the President of the recommendation of the Supreme Court, option C, by the President with the approval of Parliament, option D, by the President with the approval of the Council of Ministers. The correct answer is option C, by the President with the approval of Parliament. Next question, the Constitution vests the responsibility for the enforcement of fundamental rights. Option A, exclusively with the Supreme Court. Option B, both with the High Courts and Supreme Court. Option C, with all the courts in the country. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, both with the High Courts and Supreme Court. Again, we will see next video. Thank you.